screencast is coming from group QS903, and we'll go over systematic problem solving and why it is important and how you can apply it to your work when solving problems and facing everyday life. In this screencast, I will explain what systematic problem solving is and why it is superior to other problem solving methods. I will then explain the steps required to solve a problem systematically through the use of techniques such as understanding, planning, and evaluating, all the while referring to the example problem our group solved using these methods. After this, I hope that you'll use this information in your everyday life so you can work at a more in-depth and efficient pace for yourself and your colleagues. So first off, what is systematic problem solving? It is a method of overcoming problems that involves a structured and methodical approach that allows you to look at problems broadly and consider more solutions when it comes to tackling issues. This is all in an effort to make your work more efficient and to reduce mistakes you make by the lack of consideration in your work. Overall, this will make you a more versatile person who will be able to come to a fast conclusion with most problems that you will not feel comfortable solving otherwise, thanks to this ordered routine. Well, why should you use systematic problem solving? At the moment, you may find your method of solving problems erratic and fast-paced, and although you get it done quickly, the final result is sloppy and has a multitude of errors caused by negligence or lack of foresight. The way you're proposing has not only been proven to be more effective in various studies across various age ranges, but also matures your way of thinking. It will let you be more critical of your work and allow you to develop from negative feedback. It will also help you to be more organized with strict deadlines and to-do lists. This will naturally improve your teamwork skills as well, letting you bring others up with you, and this will, again naturally, make your work more productive and efficient. The first and most important part of this is understanding the problem and how you go about that. This is crucial to make sure you and any potential team members know what is being asked of you, and so any ideas that spawn are created with all considerations in mind. This can be clarified by looking for ambiguity in the problem statement, looking for the omission of the key information, scenarios, or variables that make the problem less clear, and account for this by assuming the possible meanings or asking for clarification. You can also look for what needs to be outputted by the problem and what the input is of a certain value, which helps you see the problem from a better perspective and allows you to look for multiple solutions. As well as that, you can simplify the problem by drawing a diagram, like we did, or getting a physical example, and if possible, you can also sub in values to grasp the inner workings of the problem and catch anything that might slip by you. For example, we created a diagram to illustrate the direction of a combination lock turning, as when the hand is turned clockwise, the number decreases in value, which caused confusion in our group. As well as this, we simplified the value between each number from 9 to 1 to wrap our head around why certain results were the way they were in the examples given to us. After you know what to do, you should plan how you're going to do it. This is one of the hardest parts for newcomers, but one of the most important parts to staying on track with a huge workload and deadlines. This is why it's recommended to use online tools such as Trello in your planning to make this information widely available and concise. In order to make the work and information easily digestible and manageable, you should break down larger tasks into smaller tasks and outline the steps needed in each task. Deadlines should be set for each task, accounting for other tasks and slack by team members. For example, we use Trello board to manage our project with color-coordinated tiles to quickly see what is needed to be done. We also divided our work into separate columns based on its completion, and we had a sprint backlog of what needed to be done that exact week. A crucial element of this process is obviously solving the problem, but doing so in a considerate manner, meaning that it's done in a precise way that accounts for everything needed. This can be done by simplifying inputs to further understand why a problem will be right or why it would be wrong. Breaking down larger solutions further helps this, so it is possible to understand each facet of a problem, and in turn may make alternative solutions more apparent that may lead to a cleaner solution. This can also be done with the help of illustrations such as diagrams to make the issue easier to see. We utilize this in our project by drawing a number line from -39 to 39, which helped us create a better method of counting past 0 in our Python program by using basic arithmetic rather than if statements. Once you've created a potential fix, you must test it to ensure that it's correct. This should be done carefully and considerately if you want a fully working solution. It's recommended to start off with smaller inputs and working your way up to a larger, more difficult value. You should account for any unique cases when doing this and make sure they are handled correctly rather than causing errors. Although, you should learn from errors instead of fixing them outright, potentially optimizing your creation. This can be done by cross-referencing your method with another method and ensure the results are the exact same. For example, we tested our Python program by adding up the degrees turned on a combination lock against a reliable yet slow written arithmetic solution. We noticed an error when inputting 4 zeros, which we promptly fixed in the program and found a better solution. After you've ensured your project is completed, you need to look over your performance, final result, and how you work together as a team. To do this, you need to prepare and expect negative feedback, as this is a great way to improve. Informally asking others for constructive criticism is one of the best ways to know how to change for the better. Analyze your timekeeping as well. It is very important. See where you may have wasted time on frivolous side tangents and how you can avoid these in the future with the help of deadlines or understanding the problem. You also need to review your performance with your teammates and ask them how they found working together with you. You should also know on any and all comments so you can improve on next time working with anyone or your groupmates. To wrap things up, we hope you're convinced systematic problem solving is the ideal way to tackle any problems you might face in your life. It is a critical skill that can help in many different areas, not just in your job or education, but in life as well. It matures your mind to be more open and strive for growth rather than complacency. Using these skills will boost your time management, teamwork, and overall work ethic anywhere you go in the rest of your life. As well as that, it teaches you to be critical of yourself and seek criticism from others so you can learn from your shortcomings and improve your work. This might be the most important lesson that we have learned as a group working together. Thank you so much for listening. This has been the screencast for group QS903, and thank you for your time.